Hello students, this is Asra Sultana, Assistant Professor in Triple Department in ISL Engineering College. So, switchgear and protection is a subject for Triple third year students. I would like to discuss about the previous year paper, May-June 2019 for CBCS students. Maximum marks is 70. Part A consists of 10 questions, each carries 2 marks, and Part B consists of 7 questions. Choice will be there to write only 5 questions, and each question carries 10 marks. So Part B total marks are 50, and Part A total marks are 20. So maximum marks of the question paper is 70. So this is the question paper for which we are going to discuss in today's video. First question is distinguish between primary and backup protection. So whenever a fault will occur on a particular zone, it is duty of primary relays of that particular zone to isolate the faulty element. The primary relay is a relay which is giving the first line of defense, and if due to any reason the primary relay fails to operate, there will be backup protective scheme to clear the fault as a second line of defense. So the causes of failures of protective scheme may be due to failure of various elements. Next is what is universal relay torque equation. So universal relay torque equation, torque developed by current windings K1 I square K and by voltage winding K1 V square, and both current and voltage windings are used, then it is K3 Vi cos theta minus tau. And if relay has current, voltage and torque angle, and torque will be developed, and it will be given as T is equal to K1 I square plus K2 V square plus K3 Vi cos theta minus tau plus K4. So this is the universal relay torque equation. Next question is draw the block diagram of microprocessor based overcurrent relay. So this is the block diagram of microprocessor based overcurrent relay. CT will be there on the first block, current transformer, then is a current to voltage converter, then we have rectifier, multiplexer AM3705, then A to D converter, and 8085 microprocessor kit. This is the block diagram of a microprocessor based overcurrent relay. Next question, define the terms recovery voltage and restriking voltage. So transient voltage which appears across the circuit breaker contacts at the instant of arc being extinguished is known as restriking voltage. The power frequency RMS voltage which appears across the breaker contacts after the arc is finally extinguished and the transient oscillations die out is called as recovery voltage. And you can draw the diagram also along with the definition. You can draw the diagram. Next question, what are the causes and effects of over voltages? Over voltages on power systems are due to various reasons. Normal operating voltage of system do not stress the insulation severely, but the voltage stresses due to over voltages can be so high that may become dangerous to both line as well as the connected equipment and will cause damage unless some protective measure against these over voltages are taken. So over voltages arising on a power system can be generally classified into two categories: external over voltages and internal over voltages. Next is briefly discuss about auto reclosure. Next question is about give a brief note about the auto reclosure. So most of the line faults on overhead transmission line systems are transient in nature. Statistical evidence shows that about 90% of the faults are caused by lightning, birds, tree branches, etc. So this condition will result in such arcing faults that if the fault energy in need is interrupted for a short period, the arc extinguishes and the line can be re-energized. So this fact is employed as a basis for auto reclosure scheme. So auto reclosure will consist of an oil switch or breaker actuated by relays which make it to open when predetermined current values flows through it. Reclosures are usually connected to protect portions of primary circuits and may take the place of line fuses. Next is what is magnetizing inrush current. When an unloaded transformer is switched on, it draws a large initial magnetizing current which may be several times the rated current of a transformer. This initial magnetizing current is called as magnetizing inrush current. Next question is the symmetrical breaking capacity of a circuit breaker is X MVA. Find the making capacity value. So the solution is making capacity is given by the formula root 2 into 1.8 into symmetrical breaking capacity. Root 2 into 1.8 value is 2.55 and symmetrical breaking capacity is X MVA. So I have written here making capacity is 2.55 X. Next question is write the differences between amplitude comparator and phase comparator. So what is amplitude comparator? Amplitude comparator compares the magnitude of two input quantities irrespective of the angle between them, and phase comparator will compare two input quantities in phase angle irrespective of their magnitudes and operates if the phase angle between them is less than or equal to 90 degrees. Next is numerical here. An overcurrent relay of rating 5 amps and setting 150% is connected to the secondary of a CT of ratio 400 by 5 and the relay fault current is 30 amps. Calculate the current in the line for which the relay picks up. So given is current CT ratio, current transformer ratio is 400 by 5, that is 80, and relay current CT is 150% of 5 amps, that is 1.5 into 5, 7.5 amps. So a similar numerical is there in the textbook, in which you can see current rating of overcurrent relay is 5 amps. Relay has plug setting of 150% and time setting multiplied TMS of 0.4. CT ratio is 400/5. Determine the operating time of the relay for a fault current of 6000 amps. At TMS is 1. Operating time at various PSM are given in table. So a tabular column is given showing PSM and operating time in seconds. Next is we are calculating CT ratio as 400/580. Relay current setting is 150% of 5 amps, that is 1.5 into 5, 7.5 amps. PSM is given as secondary current divided by relay current setting, that is primary current by relay current setting into CT ratio. So when you substitute the value of primary current as 66,000 given in the question, and relay current setting is 7.5 and CT ratio is 80, PSM value you got as 10. Operating time from the table of 10 PSM is 2.8 seconds. That is for 10 PSM is 10 and operating time is 2.8. So this time is for TMS is equal to 1. Operating time for TMS of 0.4 will be, it is asked in the question that for TMS of 0.4 it will be equal to 2.8 into 0.4, that is 1.12 seconds. Next we are going to see the long questions. First 11th one, a bit explain about generator transformer unit protection. So in modern system, each generator is directly connected to the delta connected primary winding of the power transformer. Star connected secondary winding is HV winding and it is connected to HV bus through a circuit breaker. In addition to normal protection of generator and transformer, overall biased differential protection is provided to protect both generator and transformer as one unit. So we are protecting using a differential protection for transformer and generator as one unit, like this. You can see here a diagram. This will show an overall differential protection scheme. Usually harmonic restraint is not provided because the transformer is only connected to the bus bar at full voltage. However, there is a possibility of small inrush current when a fault near the bus bar is cleared, suddenly restoring the voltage. Next is with a neat diagram explain the construction and working of stator interturn protection scheme. So this is a very repeated question. Stator interturn protection scheme. Longitudinal percentage differential protection does not detect stator interturn faults. A transverse percentage differential protection, as shown in the figure, is employed for the protection of a generator against stator interturn faults. So this type of protection is used for generators having parallel windings separately brought out to the terminals. The coils of modern large steam turbine driven generators usually have only one turn per phase per slot and hence they do not need interturn fault protection. Hydro generators having parallel windings in each phase employ such protection, which thus provides backup protection and detects interturn faults. So this scheme is also known as split phase protection. So here two diagrams are showing split phase protection of generator using double primary CTs and interturn protection of generator using zero sequence voltage. So a faster and more sensitive split phase protection is shown here in the figure, which can be employed. In this scheme, single CT having double primary is used. No bias is necessary because a common CT is employed so that errors due to CT differences do not occur. So interturn protection based on zero sequence component is shown here in this figure. If generators do not have access to parallel windings, a method based on zero sequence voltage measurement can be employed for the protection against stator interturn faults. So this type of scheme will be applicable to single winding generators having multi-turn per phase per slot to protect against interturn faults. Next question, 12th one, A bit. Give a brief note about duality between amplitude comparator and phase comparator. This is also a very repeated question. Duality between amplitude and phase comparator. Amplitude comparator can be converted into a phase comparator and vice versa if the input quantities to the comparator are modified. Modified input quantities are the sum and difference of the original two input quantities. So to understand this, consider the operation of an amplitude comparator which has two input signals M and N. So it operates when M is greater than N. The magnitude of M should be greater than magnitude of N. Now change the input quantities to M plus N and M minus N. So this will operate when magnitude of M plus N is greater than magnitude of M minus N, and it is one more condition is that the phase angle between M and N is less than 90 degrees. So same thing has been illustrated in the form of phasor diagram. First diagram is showing M plus N is less than M minus N. Second is showing that is for phi is greater than 90 degrees. Second diagram is showing M plus N is equal to M minus N, phi is equal to 90 degrees. Third diagram is showing M plus N greater than M minus N and phi is less than 90 degrees. So similarly, a phase comparator can be converted into an amplitude comparator. It will compare phases of two input signals. Phase comparator will compare phases of input signals M and N. If the phase angle between M and N is less than 90 degrees, comparator will operate. Now change the signals to M plus N and M minus N. With these changed inputs, the comparator will operate when the phase angle between M plus N and M minus N, that is lambda, is less than 90 degrees. This condition will be satisfied only when M is greater than N. Phase comparator with changed inputs has now become an amplitude comparator for the original input signals M and N. So this has been illustrated here, and phasor diagrams is shown here. First diagram is showing lambda greater than 90, M is less than N. Second is showing M is equal to N, lambda greater than 90. Third is showing M is greater than N, lambda is less than 90 degrees. Next is with a neat sketch explain the construction and working principle of induction type directional relay. Also plot VI characteristics. So this diagram is showing the construction of induction disk type directional relay, and this is a VI characteristics. So this figure shows an electromechanical directional relay. Directional relay is energized by two quantities, namely voltage and current. Fluxes phi 1 and phi 2 are set up by voltage and current respectively. Eddy currents induced in the disc by phi 1 interact with phi 2 and produce a torque. Similarly, phi 2 also induces eddy currents in the disc which interact with phi 1 and produce a torque. Resultant torque rotates the disc. Torque is proportional to VI cos phi. Phi is the phase angle between V and I. Torque is maximum when voltage and current are in phase. To produce maximum torque during the fault condition, when power factor is very poor, compensating winding and shading are provided. So torque produced by induction relay is given by T is equal to phi 1 phi 2 sin theta or I1 I2 sin theta. And B bit is one line diagram showing the zones of protection. This is the various zones of protection. Power system contains generators, transformers, bus bars, transmission distribution lines. There is a separate protective scheme for each piece of equipment. such as generator protection, transformer protection, transmission line protection. Power system is divided into number of zones of protection. You can see the single line diagram over here. Okay, next questions I will solve in next video. Thank you, students.